Hello, welcome once again to the lost art of Moochcasting. You heard that right, it's not podcasting this week, it's Moochcasting. I've got a very special guest with me here today, today even. Well, it is Dave. Sat on to my left is one of the co-stars of Mooch TV. It's Dave Hughes.
Well, good day to you as well. Hi, it is Dave Hughes off Mooch TV. Dun, 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 dun. Just get that jingle in.
I can throw it in if you want.
Well, you can have it as a background, can't you? It sounds good.
I can put it as an intro.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, last week, folks, you probably heard me plug Mooch TV, or the week before that. I'm not actually too sure. But I've been doing some side project stuff with Dave and Chris of Mooch TV, and Dave wanted to come on the cast to talk about a few things in the lost art of filmmaking and other things.
Well, yeah, thank you for inviting me.
That's all right.
Although it's in my house today, so I've invited you, so either way, cheers.
We're in the Dave Cave.
In the Dave Cave, yeah. Yes, we're live here in my cave where I film Mooch TV. Some of you must be familiar now with the corner of my room, all the Star Wars posters, all the epicness of the prequels, and that Force Awakens poster. The Yoda cutout was given to me by a lady called Joey, who I've known for years, and she's got to throw it out. I'll have that, I'll look perfect for the Mooch TV. And that's really about it, otherwise it's a dump.
So, for those who don't know, how did we come to know each other, Dave? Really?
Well, I remember you working at a job that I was in that was kind of showing films to people in 10 screens. And
was it at a local cinema?
It was in a local cinema in the local town. The name escapes me for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it escapes me as well.
Yeah.
Podium, wasn't it?
It's
That's
someone Odd Ones or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that's where I remember. I'm thinking, who the hell's this? Wandering, coming out the door, wandering over. He's got a uniform on. Police! Not you. Yeah. And the days just got better.
And that was about 10 years, roughly.
Yeah.
I started December 06, so it would have been 07 probably.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I've gone a bit vague around that time now. Yeah, he used to be sharp at one point, but yeah, because it was you and there was the little Claire around it, because she started not long. I think it was just before you.
Or two,
yeah. I remember Pauline shouting at it. I was very angry at that. At the premiere of Casino Royale, very annoyed.
Yeah. I remember everyone used to say it's like Dave that always did the late because he always did the Friday, Saturday nights.
Yeah, I was a night saver because people wanted to get off. Well, I wanted to lift home the taxi, so I'd rather work till the end. Yeah. So I said, well, you're doing me a favour instead of like standing in the bus stop for an hour because the buses are rubbish. So by the time I would have got home, I could have had a taxi home. So that's why I decided, you guys go, I'll stay. So even though I look like a martyr, in fact, I was a lazy sod.
All for the greater good.
Oh yeah, for the greater good. For the greater good.
So we worked together for how many years was it? No, do you reckon?
Well,
I left 2011,
and I left 2012 at the beginning.
So yeah, four and a half years we worked together.
Left, pointed at the way out, something like that. Yeah, so about 5 years or something like that.
And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah. There's nobody else in my life, so you'll do.
Well, you got your daughter.
Yeah.
She might listen to this one day.
I know, but I mean, I love my little girl to bits, but she can't go out drinking, can she?
No, true. No. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Yeah, the pints I get, it all tends to be like an Oreo shake from KFC. Well, it's something. But I can't go cruising for women with a little girl in, so She just tells me off for looking at people.
True.
But then again, I thank her for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you a better person.
Well, that's right, yeah. So stop leering at people, Daddy. Yeah, sorry. Wandering eye, I keep forgetting.
Sometimes you can't help it in Blackpool, though. People are just naturally weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes I think I might look at a pretty lady, and sometimes I might look at someone thinking, what the F are you wearing? Who let you out?
It's like the woman last night I had walking up to Scrooge's, and she walked past me, and she was there shouting to someone called Wayne, but there was no Wayne there.
Okay.
But as I walked past her, she's muttering herself, so that shit, you can fuck off, and then she looked over to see the tavern, and she's shouting Wayne, and then she's like, you lift me over there, and you can fuck off, and there's like two guys stood there in a fag going, I don't know what she's on about. And then she carried on walking off towards like Pizza Express. I don't know where she was going or where she'd been, but
that's just Blackpool through and through.
But Dave, people at home probably don't know, you're not actually from Blackpool, are you?
No.
You're from a little town.
No, I am from Lancashire, but I'm actually from Oldham.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a visual thing.
Oldham.
I'm from Oldham, yeah. I was born there. I lived there for many years, and then when I was about 21-ish, I skedaddled to Wales for a bit, where I worked at Butlins. Anybody remembers Starcourse World? It's now Haffendemore, which is a carry-on place, but at the time it was a fully fledged Butlins. Right. And it's one of the best working experiences ever, even though I was getting 3p an hour. It was, yeah, that was a job where when you're young you want to sort of find your feet and get out. Because obviously I lived with my mum till that time. I was obviously... Was
that the blue coats or red coats?
It was the red coats, but this is what confuses people. Because I used to work at Butlins, and they say, oh, but you're a red coat? No. Oh, but I did wear a blue coat. That's Pontins. I know. Oh, I wore a blue coat. What? Yeah. The blue jackets, in this case, I was a supervisor in the shops. That's why I wore a blue coat. It's just a bit of a rank thing, that's all. Because if you're just an underling or a minion, you just wore this grey and white stripy shirt, which was ghastly. But if you succeeded to the rank of team leader, then you got a white shirt and a blue blazer to go with it.
Right.
So I thought I looked pretty dapper. I miss those days. Yeah. Sigh. It was great. I worked in the news agents, which was opposite a nightclub. And obviously we did... different shifts, and sometimes I'll have a week of earlies and then there'll be a week of nights. Now, a week of nights with a nightclub with some nice ladies going in. Now, staff couldn't just wander in, you had to apply for a pass. There was a little shop that belonged to shops, because of different departments, obviously. This nightclub belonged to bars, but there was a little shop at the back. And sometimes if I wanted a few minutes like a break, and I wanted to see what action was going on, I took empty cardboard boxes into the nightclub and just dropping this off at the shop at the back. Go to the back, lob it in the bin, and walk round, look at the talent, get out.
Not a bad plan.
There you go.
Did they ever catch on?
No.
There you go, folks.
Although they probably did, and not say anything. All right, Dave, you got your boxes? Yeah. Well, then they would come in. All right, most of the people were Butlins were the majority of the age was between 22 to 30. Yeah, that was a sort of standard age. So there were young adults, or there might be adults in their mind, coming in buying Kinder eggs, sucking up the toys on the shelves in the shellies, or sheds, as I call them. There you go.
Bizarre.
Yeah, and they laughed at me when I got a Buzz Lightyear for my birthday.
I said, even bizarre.
Yeah, well, I wanted one.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the fact they laughed at you when they had Kinder eggs.
Yeah.
Kinder egg toys on the shelf or whatever. Even.
Yeah, I was just saying. Well, on my 26th birthday, I got a Buzz Lightyear because Toy Story came out in England, and obviously it was big in America. And I thought, I want that astronaut. It glows in the dark. Oh, look, I was got one before. Yeah. We were a year behind because obviously the fuss was in America in '95. Right. The fuss was in '96 Christmas here, but I got mine in April.
Yeah.
And I was quite proud of it when people popped round to me shed. Listen, what the hell's that? I went, Buzz Lightyear. It glows in the dark. You're a bit old for that, are you? Turn the light out. Hey, it glows! Yeah, I told you. What else does it do? Does it mine? Can we get out now?
Do your Kinder eggs glow?
Yeah. Well, so when the people criticise, you got Buzz Lightyear. Well, you've got Smurfs.
Yeah.
Do they glow in the dark? No. Are they worth anything? No. Are they going in the bin? Maybe.
Yeah, I remember trying for ages to get a Buzz Lightyear from Asda.
Right.
And I finally got one, but there was about 3 different ones on the shelf you could pick from at the time.
Well, yeah, they went crazy. Then he had a silver suit on, and then
There was a silver suit. There's the one I had which just sort of... there was a light up thing on his wrist. He pressed a thing on his chest, a little red light came up in his wrist.
Yeah.
And he could put his helmet up and down.
Right.
There was another one which had like a fired something out of his wrist. There was the really big one, which is like a foot tall, which is like 50 quid or something.
Can you remember how much it was at the time?
The figure I got, 10, 11.99 maybe.
Oh right, the one I had was about originally £26, but which fits in.
Yeah,
that's right. And obviously my ex got it then. I was really chuffed with it. Yeah. But come the Christmas, I was lacking a few funds, and everybody wanted a Buzz Lightyear.
Oh no!
And the only excuse for me to sell it was I actually broke one of its legs and then glued it together. So I sold a broken Buzz Lightyear for 60 quid.
Not too bad.
60
Until
quid.
the person got it home and the leg broke off.
I did warn him. It was a guy who did trading, who lives across the road from me, who said, I'm trying to get off a Buzz Lightyear. I said, well, I've got one.
Yeah.
Is it boxed? It can be. So I had the box and everything.
Yeah.
How much you selling it for? How much do we pay for it? And he said 70 then 60. I said, well, I've got to be honest, this leg's broke, it's glued.
Yeah.
Looks perfect, but you can't bend its right knee. Go on, I'll give you 60 for it. Here it is. Yeah, I was carrying it around with it at the time. There you are. There you go.
Mine was only like a probably half a foot tall one.
Right,
it was when though they were out of stock for ages. You couldn't get one. You couldn't get one in the UK at all.
Love a bunny
for ages until they finally. I think it's like the second or third wave came in stock.
Yeah,
and that's when I finally got one.
Needless to say, I got here that Christmas. I said, "Don't worry, because when they're back in stock, I'll just simply pick one up for 12 quid." I'm still laughing. I never bought one again. I looked, but
yeah, that was the problem I had because they were like the sort of toy everyone wanted. You just couldn't get one.
Yeah. But I'd sold my love that rate. I thought there was no point replacing him.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah. There you go. So, there you go. I could tell you many tales about Butlins, but I've just spent 10 minutes talking about a toy.
And unfortunately, we're not here to talk about Butlins because it's the last part of Moochcasting today.
That's right. We're talking about now. So, what else do you want to talk about the past?
Talking about now from the past.
Yeah. We're going back in time.
Paradox.
Yeah, there you go. I would say a joke about Jimmy Savile going back in time. Because when you're about, Jimmy Savile springs to mind. So, but we're back to now. Now, then.
So, Dave, you grew up in Oldham.
There we go, we grew up, yeah.
You grew up?
Yeah.
You've obviously looking around the Dave Cave. I'm seeing several different posters. There's Tron Legacy. I've got Star Wars. I've got E.T. 20th anniversary. Is it? I think. There's Dark Knight Rises. There's Indiana Jones. So what was your? What turned you on to films?
What turned me on to films?
What sort of got you on into films?
Well, it's a weird irony, paradox, whatever you call it. Internet, the posters I've got in my house is the best ones I could pick up at the time. Even though the film quality might be bad, I actually like the posters. Anyway, I digress. In the old days, of the days of yore, when I was a boy, when Odeon used to advertise better, you know, when you could open a paper to be an advert for the Odeon, with the Times, not anymore, cost. But in those days, they used, not only in the paper, there used to be posters up in the street.
Right.
And you built big billboards, you see, which are becoming far and few between, like even less these days.
Yeah, well,
there used to be lots of billboards, but there used to be smaller boards underneath, quad size, and for cinema film, sometimes they had another thing, but they had, I think they made them, Odeon or a cinema chain or something, made these frames, quad frames, to put out for the public.
Oh, right.
That was a really good idea.
I never once saw one of them.
No, I don't think it would, because it kind of phased out by the early 80s.
Yeah.
They decided whatever company was doing it, obviously ripped them all down. Everywhere ripped them all down, more or less at the same time. But in the 70s, they had these little quad frames for cinema posters and the Cinema Times.
Right.
Really good advertising. I'm still now. I'm impressed how they did that. I must have been a pain to put up. That's about how they did it.
Yeah.
Got rid of it because every week they had to update it or anyway. But every week it used to tell you what was it, the 3 screens at the Odeon in Oldham, no longer. And obviously I used to be fixated. Can I see what the new poster is?
Yeah.
Because obviously I lived just down the road from me. Was a one poster case, and a bit further on there was another poster case. And I used to say, "Can I have a look at the poster?" I could see the poster's changed.
Right.
You could just see it in the window. And I started to read the Film Times.
Yeah.
I know it sounds daft, but I used to sort of do my version of a cinema. And I used to write out what was on screen 1, screen 2, screen 3 at the cinema, whose name I just realised I've said. That was in the past.
Yeah. If it's not there anymore, it's fine.
Yeah. But the cinema in Oldham, well, I made it the Dave cinema. I think I'd call it David in the style of an ABC writing. Anyway, I used to screen 1, screen 2, and I used to make up films. Or real films, but mixed with made-up films. And I drew it out, and I used to go outside and put it on my back door, the outer back door, and I'll stare at it like I'm a customer looking at it. And I'd keep it up outside for about a week, and I'd change it. And then 30 odd years later, I was doing the thing for real. What's that about?
Definitely, yeah. A hobby or a calling there, maybe?
Yeah, it was just random, because I just remember putting posters up at the cinema once, thinking, I've done this before, when I was 5. Huh? But realisation.
When you were 5, was it blue tack and a bit of paper compared to that one?
Oh, sellotape, and I also made a mess of the door, but they got painted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to do that. It was a strange thing. And I used to love looking, if I went past the cinema, I wanted to see the film posters. I got this fixation at looking at the film posters, because also, they also used to have stills underneath. They don't do them anymore. This is it. This is one of those things. Why was the past better?
I think it's a change in generations, maybe.
It is, yeah.
And
I mean, obviously
sort of
now,
cost of production and stuff.
Yeah, it's a cost issue, because obviously they've stopped doing stills for many years, because obviously you can put them on YouTube now in the adverts and that. Yeah, there's a way around it. So paying out for a photograph, yeah, it's costly. But yeah, they used to have photographs underneath the poster, film stills, just to whet your appetite. So
like
I used to
a Stone Age YouTube.
Yeah. So when I was queuing up to see, say, The Spy Loved Me, there used to be the poster and then the stills, and I once said, "Why does that car fall in the water? What's going on? Why is an helicopter chasing that car? Why is it in the water? Why is your city coming out of the water? Why is Roger Moore on some sort of motorbike? I need to see this film."
Sort of pulling you in to want to go and see
it. It was just a clever way of marketing, but like I said, it's a cost thing probably. But I did that was a seed.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go to the cinema, but I spent half the time. Can we go now? We need to go. I want to look at this poster. I want to look at that poster. So I was taking it all in.
Yeah.
And I used to draw little posters and all of it. In fact, I remember in nursery we had to draw something on the board, and I think people were drawing sort of flower or a toy tractor, and I drew Jaws underwater. So I was setting pose with a girl splashing. What have you done that for? Jaws.
I was about to say, was there going to be some sort of like a scene from Indiana Jones or something, probably drawn on this wall.
Yeah, but it was I was quite impressed. I got all the teeth right and everything, because you've got 3 rows of teeth. Right. Can you rub that off now? It's quite scary. So it's a film.
And at 3, you knew that?
Well, I think it was more 5, because the vague memories of what I saw when I was young. Because I do have memories of what I saw, because I've looked at your notes.
There are no notes here.
No notes here.
The notes you thought you saw.
No, it's just a spoon. Oh, no, there's no spoon. The earliest memory I've got of watching a film at a cinema is Disney's Robin Hood. But I wasn't impressed.
When did that come out? Do you remember?
I think we're looking at 73, 74. I don't know, obviously it was made a bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
I think the film was 70, but I always thought about 73, 74, so it was a re-release.
Yeah. That's a strange one nowadays, like re-release. You don't see many re-releases, really, do you?
Well, this is it.
Sort of like this screen on what they called, like the Back to the Future one they did. It's like a
anniversary special.
Yeah, it's that one I'm thinking of in London where they do like everyone's like cosplay and stuff.
Oh, the Secret Cinemas.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, well that's more of an event thing, isn't it?
Right.
A film people cherish and gets you to dress up.
Yeah, true.
I'd love to go to one of them. I mean, last year it was Empire Strikes Back. Now, for some reason, that put me off. I thought, I don't know what stormtroopers are dicking about while I'm trying to watch a film.
Yeah.
But the Back to the Future, wish it did.
Right.
But I digress. But yeah, remember Robin Hood, and then parts of Lady and the Tramp, and then Jaws.
The Jaws was 75. I think it first came
75.
out.
Yeah, so I saw it more or less as it came out. But watching as a young person,
Yeah.
I mean, I started watching films on TV when they're on, but from going to the cinema as a young person, from seeing two cartoons, I don't think I barely sat through all the way through without nodding off.
Yeah.
To watching Jaws, which is now a 12.
Yeah. I like the PG version still at home on my DVD.
Yeah. Well, the film is a PG. The reason the certificate's a 12 is because of the documentary, because there's an F word in it, in the documentary.
Right.
Nothing to do with the film. The film's on a PG.
Right.
There you go. Trivia. Yeah, but there was a warning on the poster. There's intense scenes. Intense. The guy's leg gets bitten off. The head pops out of the boat. Robert Shaw splurts blood.
Yeah,
Intense.
The head bit in the boat was, I think, the first time I actually saw Jaws, and it put me off for about 10 years.
Well, I wouldn't say there's an argument, but I'll stick by my guns, but I could be wrong. But with the boat, I'm sure the cut I saw, because this is 75, the earliest one, there was no music. It started with music, but then it faded out, so it was all just underwater. And then the first, then the music came on.
Right.
But the version we see now, there's music all the way through.
Because I think I had the 25th anniversary DVD edition.
Yeah.
But I'll have to rewatch that then and see if it's.
They're bugging up the sounding on the DVD, I've noticed. They've tried to make it more clearer, but I think that spoilt it. When he's shooting his gun,
Yeah.
which is, fire you son of it! It doesn't sound right. Before it was just like a standard shotgun type sound effect.
Yeah.
But now it sounds like he's clipping it and it's skipping on the wall. No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So I think they've ruined that bit. They should have stuck with the original sound. But anyway, that's a little more than that. But yeah, Jaws when I was 5, just wrong. But I wanted to see it. To be fair, I said I want to see that shark film. It looks like this.
Yeah.
I've seen the advert with a woman no clothes on bobbing up and down. Is that for kids? Really? Well, let's go and see it.
Because that was when, I think, was that still when it was like, yeah, I think you had PG and, was it X or something?
This is when the boys and girls pull up your seats, start the history lesson. In those days, U was always a U.
Yeah.
PG was A, advisory. It wasn't 15, it was classed as 14, but it was double A.
Right.
Advisory. I'm not sure what one was advisory, adult advisory or something.
Yeah.
And you could go with an adult.
Right.
If that was weird. I think you was. No, I think you had to be 14
Yeah.
to see it. Not sure about the adult bit, but and then it was an X, which was 18,
Yeah.
and then they messed it up to PG.
U, PG, and
Yeah.
12A. Well, 12 and then eventually 12A and 15 and 18.
Yeah, yeah. When it came out, it was U, PG, 15, 18. Like I said, the 12 came out for Batman,
Yeah.
89, and 12A. Many people think it was for Spider-Man, the reissue, but
It
it was
wasn't Spider-Man, was it?
it was a
something
Born
else.
Identity.
Yeah. I remember when the 12A came in, but it was like, what everyone was like, what does it really mean? So it just means you can go and watch it. If you're under 12, you can go and watch one. If the person with you is over 18.
Which helps in some respects, 'cause obviously working in that cinema locally, it did cause problems because everybody wanted to see Spider-Man, so I had to say, you're not old enough.
Yeah.
It seemed a bit harsh because it's colourful, it's great, but it is a bit violent. But
To be fair, I stuck through them a few times with like Deep Blue Sea and
yeah,
on shark films. I saw Deep Blue Sea when I was about 13 or 14. I saw Road Trip when I was 14.
right. Well, I mean, we've all tried it on. I tried it on.
Yeah.
I tried it on watching Aliens. What was my disguise? A tie. Put the tie on. I thought I'm 18, and it worked.
We don't want them people that sort of wise to the price. I'm not saying like, oh, it wasn't that much last time. It's like, last time you could have paid a kid's price.
I think it was in this case. I was actually watching a PG film in Manchester, and I hadn't tried it on there. Yeah. In this case, the one was saying that it's such price. What? That's gone up. But she was trying to charge me adult prices. No, I'm only like 14.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You look 15. No, I'm 14. I'm at school. So it was like the other way around. So I'm arguing to see a family film. What are you charging me this for? I had to pay full rate there to shut her up. What I need to see the Indiana Jones.
I remember those discussions a lot over student prices and whatever else classed as an adult.
Yeah.
Many times. That was a pain in the arse.
Yeah. But we don't have to do that anymore.
Thank God. So yeah, so you remember Jaws and Robin Hood, and we started the infamous, possibly the infamous Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood.
Well, that was from the quiz, wasn't it, one year?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad memory of Robin Hood, because we were doing okay, but then in the first round, the second round we were floundering, and come like the last round, I thought we just need these points, and we weren't doing very well. And the last question was, what's this line? What film is this line from?
Something like that.
And it was a real old film. I thought, I actually said, is it Robin Hood? But the people who said, it can't be, nah. And later on, it turned out it was Robin Hood. So from then on, Robin Hood is a sign of, this means fuck.
Fuck up.
Yeah, I was right.
So yeah, as I was just saying, though, we had Star Wars, Robin Hood, not Star Wars, Jaws even. I'm reading my notes and trying to talk at the same time.
There we go.
Spoiler alert.
Start again.
It's fine, I'll just leave it in.
Fuck editing.
It makes it so much easier.
So there was, Robin Hood, Lady and the Tramp, Jaws.
And then in 77, was it?
Yeah.
You saw Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Star Wars?
Oh, yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, I was around for that. Yeah, because there'd been a British films coming out from America called Star Wars. Now, again, with the posters around town, they did real well. There were posters in banks and all sorts. Right. So everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. They obviously had a good buzz. And all the clips were saying, I thought, that looks absolutely amazing. And Marvel, to their credit, produced a Star Wars comic. I remember the first issue, you got like a free TIE fighter. TIE fighter.
Get your teeth in.
Hoi. Yeah, a TIE fighter that was awful.
Oh, right.
It was just cardboard shite. What's this?
It was set of 70s, and they spent the rest of the budget on marketing banks, obviously.
Well, they were trying, and obviously it was a good comic and all, so by this time it was buzzing and opening the paper every week, and a big spread for 2 weeks' time. Star Wars is coming, And I remember going with my grandma, I think it was a bank holidays or something, it was a half term. It was a Monday. I couldn't tell you the date, but it must be. Now it says it opened 25th of May. Now I'm not sure about the UK time. I don't know if it was a week later or something. But it was towards the end of May, and I'll remember it was a Monday, and the kids were off school.
Right.
And so I was like, "You look at Just me and my nan, and when it came on, everybody obviously cheered.
Right.
And then the camera pans down after the scroll. I forgot the name of I forget the name of the spaceship flying away, shooting, and the Imperial South Strider follows it, and everybody the sheer size of it.
So you don't get that nowadays.
No,
people don't react as much.
And then at the end when the Death Star blew up, everybody cheered. The cheered is on with Jaws as well. Oh, that's another thing I remember. Like you said, nobody cheers anymore. Yeah. Like we're all Japanese or something.
I think the last time I remember people cheering, I think it was when I worked with, I think Harry Potter 6 or 7, and I was in seating, and one of the team leaders came in and like full screen, everyone was in, there were like 2 people left to come in, I think, and they're about to start about 30 seconds from starting the adverts, and he came in and he shouted top of his lungs, right, Harry Potter starting in less than 1 minute's time, and everyone just cheered. And then they went through the trailers, everyone was silent.
Yeah.
As soon as the opening credits started, they went mental again, and that was it for the rest of the film, just silent.
Japanese. Respect. I'm just trying to think of how we cheered in my working experience at that cinema.
We had the Mamma Mia experience, didn't you?
Yeah.
Everyone up dancing. at the end.
Yeah, that was a random one. Yeah, that was a sort of different thing though. That was kind of, everyone was in a sort of a good feel-good mood.
Yeah.
And that was quite a brave thing I think I did, because it was only because somebody said it and I wish I could go up and dance. What the hell are they on about? So I saw the ending and thought, I see potential there. So full screening, that bit came on again. I thought, right, I'm going to either get shot, stamped on, kicked, this goes wrong. Ran to the front, started clapping, like, please join me. And thank God somebody did. And then somebody else got up, and then somebody else got up next thing, and a lot of people dancing in front of a screen, thinking, right, I'm not a dickhead after all.
You still got kicked, stamped on, and stabbed, shot, whatever else.
Oh, that was stuff. Yeah, it was. It went well, and apparently Gareth even said, somebody wrote in saying, well done. Because I remember it was a lad with learning disabilities, and he wanted to get up, and I helped him up. He said, come with me if you want to live.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't remember that. But yeah, I kind of remember that. But as for people cheering at a film, I remember Shrek having a good audience one night. I thought, I wish I was sitting in here. It's bloody good, this atmosphere. And they were laughing at every joke. Right. Adult. I mean, it was all adults, so. The only memory I remember, not cheering, but clapping. They've clapped at a few films more. The Pianist.
Which one's that?
Adrian Brody. Now, I've not seen the film, but it's kind of a Schindler's List.
I've seen the poster, possibly.
Yeah. We haven't read it for 2 or 3 weeks. It did okay, but it was in screen 10. It was in the small screen.
Small screen, folks, for those who didn't know.
Yeah. But I remember twice happening, and Louise Wood, she sat in it once, so there was a witness. But when the film ends, I haven't seen the film, so I don't really know the story, I just know it's a bit Schindler's Listy. He's playing the piano. Now the credits are going up. The frame is on his fingers on the keys.
Right.
So for the 4 minutes of credits, it's his fingers going. So that's all you're seeing, his fingers. And the last 20 seconds, as the writer's gone about the trade of America and all that, company, copyright, all that's gone up. It comes from a different angle where you're at the back of the auditorium, where you see him on the stage in the distance with a load of people.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Ta-da! And everybody on the stage, everybody in the seats on the screen stand up and applaud. But then everybody in the real audience stood up and applauded.
Right.
I think he's not film, dickhead. It's not real.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was a weird thing.
Sounds weird for us.
So the audience had kind of grown longer because of the people on screen.
Yeah.
The people surrounding him stood up and clapped. He's not here. It's not live. You know, it's not one of these culture things.
I think the only alternate I've seen is like, I think it was Boy with Striped Pyjamas, and everyone sort of came out with tissues, crying and stuff. And
yeah. I remember
for obvious reasons, but that was sort of it's not. There was never. I've never actually seen anyone like properly cheer or anything.
I did love standing at the doors holding tissues. You know, for things like The Notebook. I didn't do it with that one because I thought I have to be careful with that one. Because obviously the upsetting nature. But with The Notebook, it was made as a tearjerker. Right. There was another one with Cameron Diaz, something's sister or something, I can't remember. But there were a lot of Argonaut tissues. One girl came, "Get them here!" Fucking hell! Like Alice Cooper. I'll just carry a rundown. I wonder if anybody did it for 50 Shades of Grey.
I hope not. I've heard stories about what people found there, though, so
oh right,
I won't go into that yet.
That's one of the reasons I'm glad I don't work at the cinema now. I've been cleaning up with smells of ham. But anyway,
yeah, we'll cover that on another episode.
Yeah,
in future, folks. But yeah,
50 Shades of Goo.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah, most of this episode's cut. Welcome to Moochcast, 50 Shades of Goo. Good night.
This is a director's cut edition.
Yeah.
So you saw the first Star Wars, and that did that sort of get you into sci-fi, or were you into sci-fi already?
Not funny enough. No, thinking about it, I wasn't all space mad because I think obviously Star Wars came out. Every Hollywood film jumped on the bandwagon, not just Hollywood. Italy and all sorts. There was loads of Star Wars rip-offs, and that made me angry.
Saying
And I
that,
kind of avoided them. The only one I liked was the Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. But then I was annoyed it turned out to be a TV series.
Yeah.
I thought, that's a bit of a con. I was quite angry at that. So it wasn't. I was going James Bond. I feel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. I like my Disney's. I like the odd thriller because I remember seeing Orca Killer Whale a year later. That was a bit rough as well for a PG. Similar lines, but a different story. It was more Richard Harris sort of being haunted by this bloody killer whale. A better version of Jaws of Revenge, basically. A far better version.
Like Free Willy 4?
Well, in this case, he harpoons and kills, I think it was the mother of a killer whale.
Yeah.
Because he's like, and obviously the father wants revenge. Because he lives in a shipping village. He comes every night and you can see his tail there, and he's like, this is not good. And then he starts collapsing boats and houses up built on stilts, so the fishing village, fucking do something, will you?
Yeah.
Oh, better go back to sea and kill him. So it's kind of a Moby Dick thing going on. But it was, even though it was a low budget film and wasn't the greatest of scripts, it's still a better film than the trash that's there today. Look that one up. That'd be a good Mooch episode, that. But anyway, I digress.
Hi, I'm Paul the Hat Guy Flinders, and I'm here to tell you about a brand new wrestling podcast that I host called the WrestleBots Podcast. We talk about the week's news in the world of professional wrestling, from WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, through to TNA, and all the way through the indie scenes such as Best of City Wrestling and other indie scenes such as ROH, plus all the bits in between, all the fun bits, all the maybe even stuff that's out of the wrestling world. So join us every week if you like a bit of a laugh, a bit of banter, and a bit of wrestling talk. Join us as a Spreaker, look for WrestleBots, and find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/WrestleBots. Thank you for listening to my little plug, and now it's back to the Lost Art of podcasting.
So you saw the first one. And
I
then...
saw Star Wars. That was at the cinema in Oldham. And then for Empire, I saw that at the cinema in Manchester. I'm editing myself. That 1980. It was pissing down that day.
Is that the... Probably not where it was it print... Not Printworks, it was...
No, this cinema was on... I forgot the name of the road. Oh, Oxford Road, because it was on the same road as the BBC. BBC was further down. But I didn't discover that until a few years later. Because what I remember, again, it was some sort of distribution sort of thing, but when films came out, biggish films like Star Wars, in those days, there was always like a 2-3 weeks where they'd play them in the big cities. So London, Manchester, Birmingham, wherever.
Yeah.
They'd have the film first. And then 3 weeks later go nationwide, so all the little cinemas had up then. Don't know what the logic was there.
A print thing, maybe? Print number of prints, maybe?
Possibly. That's quite a good answer, actually. Because I made a point of going back, because I'm going to Manchester. I've got to see this film.
I was I'm just thinking, because I know the cost of making an actual 35mm print was really high. It's because I think all Star Wars are over 2 hours, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
So that must have been the costing. Like I said, Reed Cooper and nationwide, but that's what I did. He used to go to Manchester because he used to live in Oldham, so it was like an half-an-hour trip. And then queue up and see these films a few weeks before it came out. So I was in school that week. Oh, I've tried this. So yeah, I used to show off. Have you seen it? It's like Manchester.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard. It's only a bus ride, dickhead.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, and I saw it at the cinema. Like screen one, and yeah. And that's my friend had let the twist slip.
Oh.
But it's half listening. I was expecting somebody else having father issues. It's only when he said it. Oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Because I was trying, like, don't tell me anything. All I wanted to know.
Someone has father issues. Sounds like Jeremy Kyle there.
Well, yeah, I was more interested in what happens to R2D2, because he said, oh, R2D2 gets swallowed. Shut up. What happens next?
Yeah.
Oh, don't spoil. Why did you tell me he's just been swallowed? How does he get out? It's a saw, is it? And then he goes, oh yeah, and thing is, his father, what, who? No, don't tell me. Then obviously it was real. I thought, oh, fucker.
They're saying that, was it like nowadays on, you can go anywhere and see a trailer essentially, it's mobile phones, tablets, TV. Was it like sort of just reserved to cinemas, you saw trailers, and they had them on TV as well at the time?
They used to have...
Because nowadays it's like most trailers you see on TV is proper spoilerific.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the trailers back then were awful anyway. Yeah. But they used to have TV ads. Yeah. It used to be like a 20-second thing, and it didn't really show you much. Although I don't really remember trailers for Empire Strikes Back. The only memory I have, the first clip I ever saw was some sort of boring night. It was like, not Panorama, it was a science programme, but it was always on after the news. It was on like a Monday night. And I remember staying up to watch it because it said they're going behind the scenes of Star Wars. I thought, why is it going behind the scenes of Star on the film?
Yeah.
What a full film programme.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the actual content was, but it just, why was it focusing on a film? And Star Wars of all things. And right at the end, I always remember the presenter, I think he was called Michael Ball. I'm not saying about Star Wars. And just for you in the UK, exclusively, which was very rare back then, and they showed the bit where Luke's going up the corridor on Bespin, and they're shooting at him, and Lando presses his thing and speaks to Baldy. And then he goes up the thing and Luke's and Darth Vader's like, oh. I forgot what he says. I'm the expert here, and I forgot what he says. You're not a Jedi yet. And then the lightsabers come out, and then freeze and credits for the show. That's. I was like, oh my god!
So like a taste of things to come for DVD in a sense.
Yeah, and I think many of the programmes have done that since. I've never seen that kind of happen before on the show, but I think they're suspect on YouTube and the old American programmes they have done it before. But that's the first time I've seen a blatant film plug on a show that wasn't really for plugging films. It was weird.
I think probably it's the fact that Star Wars made so much money. It was we need to get it out on as many outlets as we can, probably.
Yeah.
Like you said before, them putting advertising in banks of all places. Like,
oh yeah,
spend money on Star Wars in the bank.
Well, thinking about it, I think it was just trying to get people in the bank. Because I don't think it was a bank selling the promotion. It was actually cinema posters.
Yeah, but then why?
I think why in the bank?
Yeah,
but everybody was doing it, like butchers and everything. Was like Star Wars. All right, I'll have some meat, please. But yeah, just the bank in particular. That's an amazing display. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know the logic there, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a paid promotion. Or it could have been, but why sort of it. Obviously the bank manager said, we'll get brownie points for this if we dress up as dickheads.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about, do you remember episode 3? Many memories of that?
Episode 3?
No, episode 3, and I'm thinking of...
Oh, are we on about Return of the Jedi?
That's the one.
Episode 6!
Episode 6.
Get it effing right!
I had the third film we had, so I called episode 3.
Though,
I mean,
I understand. To finish with Empire, that baffled me.
Yeah.
Because when it started, it came up, Star Wars. Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. What?
Yeah.
Episode 5? I don't remember an episode being written on the beginning of the one. Now, I'd only seen, oddly enough, the very first Star Wars, that time, which I spoke about, I only saw once.
Right.
Till that point. Now, Empire did its run, and obviously I was a bit older, so I could go to town and cinema on my own, and using my own pocket money, and I saw Empire 13 times. Yeah, I was the Lucy of the day.
An early contender.
Early contender for Lucy. I didn't watch it daily, though.
Yeah,
it was over a bit of space.
I was going to say,
it's theatrical run and re-releases.
Right.
Until it eventually came on video and never went to the picture. Well, actually, it's been more than 13, thinking about it. We saw the all 6 episodes, it'll be 14. Anyway, I digress.
I was about to say, like, was it you got there the early morning, watched the first one, and the following one, and the following one?
I did. I did sometimes. The second, third time I saw it, I stuck behind.
Right.
However, I didn't do a Lucy.
And watch him all day.
No. And in this case, I didn't do a Lucy and also pay for the ticket for the next one. I didn't go up and buy 2 lots of tickets.
You fit out.
Yeah, but no, well, kind of. It was kind of in the early days of cinema.
Yeah.
There was I forgot the term, but if you miss, say, the first 10 minutes, you can stay behind and watch it and catch up.
They were doing
continuous thing.
Continuous play or something.
Something like that. And I said, the stewardess, Usher, sorry, I'm not well. That's why my voice is funny. The lady said, you don't have to leave. I said, I missed the first 10 minutes. Can I? Yeah, that's fine. To which I stayed.
They did that. So I saw the re-releases the first time I ever saw them. I saw the re-releases in '98.
Yeah.
I think in Preston. We went to the UCI because they were the only place showing it because the one here wasn't. Well, it was in the middle of the whole transferring from Dixon Road to Rigby Road. Oh, we know where it is now.
Yeah.
But we went in. The guy said, "Oh, we started it early or something. Or there's only shorter trailers." So he said, "Oh, but you can stay for the next one and watch the first 10-15 minutes."
Oh, right.
But at the time, I think I was on like 8 or 9 or something. I can't remember how old I was, but it was.
Yeah.
After that, I just wanted to sort of get out and stretch my legs. And so I said, "Oh, I'll watch it on VHS at the time." And I never did because I bought it on DVD when I was about 22.
Well, I know a lot of cinemas didn't do it, but the chain did for a while, and then they stopped it because they said we're not allowed to do that anymore. Not fair enough.
Yeah.
Although at the ABC, I did kind of do that, but instead of waiting in the theatre, I hid in the toilets. that's a different generation films. But as for Return of the Jedi, the memory I've got when I went to see it originally wasn't a good one because it was Manchester again.
Yeah.
Queued up for ages, again in the pouring rain. Fifth from the front, when the manager came out and said, "Sorry, full. You're having a laugh." Are you kidding me?
No way.
Scrutinised the times, and this was, I think it was about a 2 o'clock show, and I was queuing for. That was the first one.
Yeah.
The next one was about 5:30. I'm in Manchester. And I'm on 13. I thought I can't stick around. I need to get home. So I bit the bullet and went home. But then I had to go on holiday to Tenerife for 2 weeks. Bastard. So to sort of. I was absolutely livid, to be honest. I really wanted to see it before I went on holiday. But instead I took the Star Wars Return of the Jedi storybook. I read it about 4 times.
Yeah.
And I also, luckily, they released the figures. And I remember going in Debenhams, because they had a great display. The Debenhams toy department's not... Well, I don't think it's non-existent anymore. But that is one good memory I've also from all the 3 Star Wars films, is the release of the Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Because some toy shops went to town... In a way, in display ways with all Star Wars, but in the end, they're just on pegs. But that's what I wanted. Someone wanted you to turn round.
Yeah.
And I was in the elevator. Oh God, which one do we want? The first wave that came out, there's not that many.
Yeah.
And I think for Star Wars, I had C-3PO and Darth Vader. Empire, I got Han Solo in his off outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what the other figure was. I think I only got him on his own the first time. For Jedi, I got... And there wasn't much choice because there was no Luke or Han. I went, right, this is a bit limited here.
It's like Toy Story all over again.
Yeah. I thought, I'm going to have to get... I must have a figure. So I got Bib Fortuna, which is Jabba's henchman, and an Imperial Royal Guard. Right. So not the ones that would have jumped on me, but that's all was really... Even though we effing Ewok.
Yeah. So
I went, no, I'll go for that. I like the red, the crimson red on this. So I'll have him. I'll have Wormy Neck. I'll have him. And I took him on holiday. Well, right, how do I play Return of the Jedi with you two? So I got it back when I got back when we managed to see it. I was a bit disappointed because not the film. I loved the film. I was disappointed on the first time I saw it. Everyone was raw. The second time, not too busy, but still there's reactions. The screening I saw, there's probably about 10 people in.
Right.
And it kind of ruined it. The film was great, but at the same time, there was not a titter or...
I like it sometimes away like that, because I think it's more intimate. But then sometimes, if it's a big film like that, you don't get that sort of same atmosphere.
Well, yeah. So I was a bit frustrated. I thought, nobody's cheering.
Because I think I saw, going slightly off Star Wars, I saw Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
There's only me and my friend and then this other couple in there.
Yeah.
He walked out after half an hour because he didn't understand it.
Right.
And even my friend didn't understand it. But then I saw it in London with you.
Yeah.
And it's nearly full screen. and it was people were laughing their tits off and getting involved and stuff, and it was brilliant.
Oh no, that was ace that. But obviously you had a different perspective of it because you went to a dead one.
Yeah.
Nothing. I do think sometimes it helps when you got the right audience.
Yeah.
And it's the right film. Like I said, the Star Wars viewings have been up and down because Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I saw Phantom Menace in America. It was in an IMAX screen, and it was packed. So I thought this is going to be good, but nobody reacted.
Right.
Apart from going to the toilet all the time. The amount of people that went to the toilet, that annoyed me.
Yeah.
So when everyone was really disappointed with episode 1, I liked it, apart from people going loo.
Yeah.
So the second time I watched it, which is there's only about 10 people in, I really enjoyed the film this time.
No one going to toilet.
Because it was interrupting. But I was hoping for that, yay! And then Attack of the Clones, it was a staff screening. And that's the first one I came out going, did I like that film?
Yeah.
It was questioning because everybody knew I was Star Wars fans. Do you like it? I'm not sure. But Revenge of the Sith, I saw in London. It is going on this, isn't it?
That's alright.
You come Wednesday night, you're here Friday morning. Revenge of the Sith, that was a 6 screener, the whole 6 films.
Oh, right.
We had to watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and then finally 3, which was the premiere. The celebrity premiere was over the road. There was half an hour difference between them.
Yeah. And
then all the celebrities. But if you watch my episode of I Love Star Wars, you'll get the full story. Suffice to say, what I don't mention in that episode is everybody was cheering. It was the right atmosphere. There was over 1,000 people. So Empire's quite a big screen, and obviously everybody's filled up with seeing George Lucas on the screen. But everybody's cheering. My friend who was with me said, "Oh, this is spoiling it. I'm missing out the dialogue." I said, it's not as if you're not going to watch this again.
Yeah.
I said, this is making it.
Yeah.
Well, they cheered everything. And even when Palpatine kind of hints that he might have killed his... because we know who he is. Might have killed his master. Everybody was like clapping. And his face and all was like, oh, I did it. It was just one of them. You had to be there, unfortunately. But I thought this is perfect. It was a really good memory. I thought I wish it was like this for every Star Wars film.
Yeah.
But ironically, it was like the first time I saw Star Wars, so it kind of bookended each other. Great atmosphere on either end. It just kind of halted in the middle.
Came episode 7. Several years later.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Why do you hate episode 7?" I said I've got a few issues with it, but the film on its own, if you take it as a Disney film or a Star Wars spin-off or JJ film, it's alright. But when you think, oh, it's episode 7, isn't it? Then I start telling a few issues. Like you've got the DVD, haven't you?
I've got the Blu-ray today.
You haven't watched it yet, have you?
No.
Well, I've seen the deleted scenes, and some of them should have stayed in, and I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
I think it's little bits like the Resistance, they're not rebels anymore. I think what annoyed me is all the ships are static, there's nothing flying over. I'm not annoyed with that because in the other film there's always something flying over, you can hear things flying over.
Yeah.
It's only a 17-second clip, but you see some ships taking off. So I pulled down and I said, right, we're going to light speed. There's this fish creature with an X-wing outfit going, and then we got to light speed, and then you see BB-8 going, fucking hell, in BB-8 language. And that made it for me. I thought, good. If that kept in, that would have...
Yeah.
But it's like taking them out, small it, and keeping stupid aliens in and Scottish pirates in that small it. Right. The Scottish guy still smalls. I don't know why. But it's two Scottish guys.
I found that a bit weird. The Millennium
Han Solo! What are you doing on the... Oh, I can't do that Scottish accent, but it's something like that. No!
There's him and the other group. It's like you have the Scots versus like the
Asian clan.
Yeah.
Now, apparently they're...
in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. Well, the Asian clan apparently from the film The Raid, and so that got a few thumbs up. Yeah. So, no, it did. They really are. Look, they really are in The Raid.
They walked onto the wrong set.
Yeah. They just said there was about 3 of them from The Raid, and then they got one, and then I think he brought his friends. Bring these up. Yeah, right. But there's no excuse for the Scottish guy. But then another one turns up later on in the next wing. Oh, we're going to have Scousers in the next one, aren't they?
Probably.
In a galaxy far, far away. So, I mean, I won't say any more about The Force Awakens because that's an entirely different Moochcast. Because that could be a commentary of that, but I do have issues with The Force Awakens. But it's annoying because it is a good film at the same time. Just little bits pull me out of the film.
Yeah, I do want to. I got it this morning.
Yeah.
I got the Dark Side Blu-ray cover.
It looks
I
like
originally,
that, yeah.
I originally had the standard box, and they said, "Oh, you've ordered the Dark Side edition." I was like, "No, I've just ordered the Blu-ray."
Yeah.
It's like I've got the email from Amazon. There's the Dark Side edition, the Light Side edition. You can order you can change the white one if you want, but you have to go through this link, which I went to do because I thought the white one might be rarer.
Yeah.
Than the dark one maybe. But they said, "Oh, you can't do that because you've bought something else to get free shipping. So you want your free shipping on Star Wars, you have to keep this, otherwise send this item back and then pay for this." So I'll keep it, and I've not. It's still wrapped in cellophane yet, so might watch it tonight, might watch it tomorrow. I don't know yet.
Well, I got mine off a different source. I've had it for weeks.
Yeah.
So I watched it a few times. It's growing on me now, and for some reason, it's weird that to see a Star Wars film enjoyed more at home than on the big screen. Normally it's the other way around. Oh, of course, Star Wars on the big screen, that'd be ace.
But to be fair, you do have quite a big screen in the Dave Cave and surround sound.
Yeah, but there's something comforting about watching it at home with this one.
Yeah.
But on the big screen, watching it for the first time, and you didn't know what was coming up, I found it some bits just a bit jarring. I'm not enjoying this. But at home now, you're in familiar surroundings. You're less judgmental. It is an enjoyable film.
Well, see, because I went in I only watched the first trailer for it. When the very first trailer came out, that's what I watched.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any other trailers, I didn't read any
Right.
news clips or anything like that. And I went in pretty much watching that first trailer, sort of knowing partially what to expect, but nothing else about it at all.
Right.
I made myself being sort of blind to it. And I think I enjoyed it more. That's why I sort of enjoyed it more.
See, I've got a bad habit for spoilers.
Yeah.
Now, it's weird because with Phantom Menace and partially Attack of the Clones, or even Revenge of the Sith, with Phantom Menace, I didn't want to know anything, but I did see the old snippet. That was good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know anymore. But with this one, I thought, I need to know all the information, only because Disney are handling it.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried because in my mind...
That's why I didn't want to know, I think, in a way.
Well, yeah, because in my mind, there shouldn't be a 7. Now, whether it's to do with that premiere I went to, but George Lucas was there. And I've got it on it. It's on my Hot Cheese channel. Somebody shouts out, do 7 to 9. And everybody starts chanting 9. And he says, no. Starts off with Anakin as a kid. When he's Darth Vader, he's dead. That's it. There's no more story.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I can see that, because if they did a 7, well, would it going to be repetition? It'd be another, like, sarcastic, it'd be another Death Star, it'd be another Darth Vader wannabe. Bugger me, 3 years later, Force Awakens opens with a Darth Vader wannabe and another Death Star.
Yeah,
No! So apparently this episode 8 is going in a new direction, and they're good. And I kind of hope they go take an avenue where you go back on the Force Awakens, it might improve it. Like the Rey character, I thought it was, I don't know, she's annoying and good at the same time.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, but you may have annoyed me in this one. She might turn to the dark side, which one I might again appreciate the first one where she's a lovely lady. I'm going to get off Jakku. Somebody should turn to the dark side. I'm not saying it will go that way. This is not a spoiler. This is just have the drink. Hang on.
What you think might happen in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, something might happen that will just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
I think there could be a twist considering the end of episode 7. I think there could be some sort of twist.
I'm hoping so. I mean, like somebody put a jokey video on about Paul Cameron and Finn possibly in a relationship. In the middle of the video, we'll look at each other. And I thought that'd be interesting if they did that. And that'd be it's not a Star Wars thing, but that'd be a brave thing to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like. It again annoyed me from the beginning. The meet up. I think this is a good friendship. This is normally when they meet up they're always squabbling.
Yeah.
But this one already the buddies within 5 minutes. I like this partnership, and then they split them up.
Saying that, it sounds like Scrubs in space.
But yeah, I mean they get rid of Paul because apparently they actually wrote him out to be killed in the crash. But it was a flip side of like what they did with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alec said, "Can you write me out?"
Yeah.
So I'm just standing around. He went, yeah, right. But it worked better. But this one, they killed him off, but Oscar Isaac said, "Can you keep me in?" It seems a bit of a shame, so they kind of wrote him back in.
He's just gone, no.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I thought, he's back now, but it kind of.
I think it added to it in a way, because like when I first saw it, it was like, oh right, he's actually dead. But then it's like when you see it later on, when he comes back into it, it's like, all right, he isn't actually dead.
But I thought it was just an half-arse attempt to throw him back in the film. Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
so where's he been? Hang on a minute, you got off the planet, you got back, and then you're there to sort of save everybody within that time. No, hang on. That's when your head starts hurting.
It reminds me of the bit though where it's like you got Finn like struggling to find water. He's like walking through the desert for ages.
Yeah.
But then when Poe meets up with him later on, he's like, oh, I was thrown clear of the wreckage.
Yeah.
So where do you go to then? Did you wander across the desert for ages?
Yeah, well that's what I'm thinking. What? Did he land next to a spa or a phone box?
Probably.
Hello, resistance. We're on our way. Cheers. I'll just sit in the shop for a bit. Oh, look, Pepsi. It just seemed, yeah, the inconsistent. It just didn't make sense. So they either should have kept him in and brought him in a bit better than, or killed him off. But which would have made it a shame, because like I said, it was kind of good chemistry then, and split them up. But they brought a toy out, Paul Cameron, on a bike. And on the box, he's in the desert wearing that jacket that Finn's got. So it's very misleading.
Deleted scene, maybe, or
possibly. But again, he's wearing the jacket.
Floor.
I don't know, but wearing a jacket is a contradiction.
Yeah.
Unless he's got two jackets in there. I don't know. It just seems a bit
sort of early photography, maybe.
Possibly.
People have recognised him in the jacket, and
yeah, because I think he had the X-wing helmet on, but the Finn jacket on as well. It was just a bit of a weird toy. Now, whether that'll be a collector's item, but yeah, he's got a floaty bike.
Right.
I don't know, but yeah, it may be an early draft thing, and the toy company jumped on it, but nothing to do with the film. But anyway,
so yeah, we've covered your Star Wars, and you've seen the Rogue One trailer, which is, as most people probably don't know, as I've seen on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, it's confusing people. It's actually a prequel, isn't it?
Yes, a prequel to New Hope, and I'm looking forward to this one. I think more than I did with Force. Actually, Force Awakens a bit. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I've done episode 7. This one is a different thing.
But are you gonna immerse yourself in all the news and info again, or are you gonna sort of go in? You've seen the trailer, the teaser trailer, so you're gonna.
I've read a bit of snippets, but they're doing the right thing. They're holding back.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams wants to be secretive, and yet somehow the news spills out.
Yeah.
And he even said, "Yeah, it's partially true." About some
he
facts
needs to get new people around him or something.
I think he does. Well, this Gareth guy who did Godzilla, he's doing it right. Nothing's really sneaking out, because we still don't know about what the characters are.
Yeah.
The guy from Hannibal, the Mads, I can't pronounce his name. Swedish guy who's in the TV series of Hannibal. He was a baddie in Casino Royale. Now apparently he's in Rogue One, but we're not seeing him in the trailer. So everybody's like, "What's he playing?" Well, like, nobody knows. And that's what I like. I think good. They are keeping it tight to the chest.
Yeah.
Well, J.J. Abrams, who announces, "I'm not telling anybody," somehow the secrets get out, and he's, "Oh, we have done it again." So I've got more faith in this one. And obviously, we're seeing the old school stormtroopers, the Star Destroyers, see the Death Star, and apparently Darth Vader is in this one.
Yeah, I've heard rumours of people who's playing him and stuff like that. Possibly, sort of. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's not a known actor, but obviously it's just a body double at the end of the day. But yeah, there'd be more lightsaber swooshing. It'd be a case of, "I don't give a fuck. Slash. That's what I want to see." So yeah, I'm very intrigued with this one.
Cool. Right, folks, that's the end of part 1 of this possible part 2 or 3-part episode with Dave, with Mooch TV Dave.
I think it should be at end of part 1, because that was a lengthy chat.
It was, that's what I wanted in a way.
Yeah, well, you got your money's worth, boys and girls. But we'll be back in part 2 for some more jibber jabber
on Moochcast.